Welcome to episode 4 of Let's Unpack That. Stop trying to hide your laughter. I love that intro. It's so fun. So, I am your host for today, Rizzi.
I am Bree.
I'm Jesse.
And today's episode is greatly titled Deerless Heads.
What?
So, as this podcast continues to kind of go, I've realized that I kind of want to just kind of have a little fun with it. So the main show, the Developing Counselor, is more of our longer segment we do with a lot more deeper, in-depth topics, whereas Let's Unpack That, this one is much more brief. So I like to keep things short and kind of sporadic, right? So I came across something today on my way home that just blew my mind in a way that I'm excessively uncomfortable. I'm driving down the road away from my internship location, and I have to swerve because there's a deer head in the middle of the road. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, one, I kind of want this show to be a little more casual and fun and entertaining and not just another episode of talking about mental health. But the other thing is that this related to mental health in my mind, because my concern was that where is society's mental health going that you're seeing deer heads in the street? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I swerved, but I slowed down and I took a good look. Two things. One, it was the cleanest cut I've ever seen. Two, there was no body. It was just a head. And I know what I saw. It was a doe. It wasn't like antlers. It was a female deer's head. And
I have a theory.
Hit me.
That someone hit it with a car.
Oh, yeah. And
then
the entire body just went poof.
Yeah, they cut the head off and took the body.
Yeah, like what could happen?
People
like,
eat. I'm sure people eat deer out here.
Okay. So
What,
I know.
how much meat does the head have? Barely.
Okay, but I also know people that take deer. You're not going to grab it if you just hit it on the road, cut the head off, and then take the body. You're going to take the whole body, and then you're just going to deal with it somewhere
Well, you're
else.
supposed to call the game warden. He's supposed to come out and check it out, and then you can take it. If you're able to.
So call the game warden, have them come check it. You get the authorization to take it. Leave the head in the middle of the road.
No, that's the problem. They wouldn't have left the head. They would have made you take the whole thing.
This is what makes it weird. And I'm concerned that somebody out there is doing, and like maybe it's religious purposes.
Debodying deers.
Exactly.
Deer.
You know, look what is it? White Walker Ranch, where they found cows that were just completely like vacuumed out, and it was just pretty much skin and like some bones. Like there's
that documentary that I watched.
Weird stuff.
Skinwalker.
So like
Skinwalker Ranch.
Right. Yes. Yes. So White Walker Ranch.
I was like, are you talking about like, Walking Dead?
Game
like
of Thrones
what?
or something?
Game of Thrones. You're not Walking Dead. Oh my god.
But like, where did the body go? I'm concerned.
I think somebody hit it, said "oh crap," and then took it. Like said, "I don't need this," and they didn't call it. I feel like they did it illegally.
And then I go back to the mental health thing. So why is the thought process? Oh shit! I just hit a deer. I'm gonna go cut its head off, leave it in the middle of the road, and I'm gonna take the body.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. I mean, I like me some deer chili and all, but not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Is it weird that because this is the state of Ohio, I think that's a completely normal thing? Because this state's so weird.
This state is pretty weird. There was the one
hurricane
time
even avoided the state.
There was the one time we were driving through Findlay. And some dude what was it? He's wearing a Michael Myers mask.
And the whole
his
shebang.
whole body is a clown costume, and he's just carrying a balloon.
No, it wasn't.
Down the street.
It wasn't a clown costume. It was
yes,
the
it was.
No, it was the regular uniform that Michael Myers wears. The mask, a balloon, and I think a bag of groceries.
No, he was wearing a clown costume.
Well,
I
was paying attention to the mask.
And he was carrying a balloon and a bag of groceries.
Well,
and you're like, what?
Well, there was a Spirit Halloween that opened back up for the season, so maybe he went there first.
This was April. This was April.
Oh, it was April?
It was Easter.
What's going on?
Yeah, that Spirit Halloween was not there then. What?
I literally was like, is this the
Weird.
is this like the Clowns of 2016, like 2.0?
Oh my god. That's when I worked as a one-on-one aide, was when that whole thing happened, and all the kids were terrified that a clown would show up on the playground, and I had to like reassure them, No, there won't be, and if there is, they will not get near you guys because you will be in the school.
You know the other middle school back at home, not the middle school we went to, but the other one. They had a clown walking around the school like in all black with like a weapon and stuff, walking around.
We had a kid walking around with the clown. I know who it was, and
I recall. Yeah.
It's like he was going through some stuff, but. Again, it comes back to that mental health. What's going on? Whoever stole that deer's body is potentially one of those people that like
serial
maybe
killer
you didn't
tendencies.
notice in school. That's kind of got some stuff going on and acting a little certain way. And
I just want to let you know, a popular serial killer or like serial killer, the general term, tendency is a fascination of roadkill.
Oh God.
I was fascinated by the story behind it. I'm not really fascinated in the kill itself.
Just letting you know.
Huh.
I'm not a serial killer, I promise.
Most serial killers now, like most killers that you learn about, have had many either like traumatic, bullied, quiet, but a lot of a common trait is they are very interested in like dead things and roadkill.
Well, part of the, I don't know if it's, is there a part in the DSM somewhere where it says like hurting animals and like for certain diagnoses? Like, I feel like that's in there somewhere.
I don't know.
I haven't looked at the DSM since I took the diagnosis class. I haven't had to diagnose anybody because my position doesn't require that, so I haven't looked at it in a while. But pretty sure there are a couple of diagnoses in there that says, you know, have hurt animals, wanting to hurt animals, that kind of thing.
I believe so.
Like, perfect example, since the film just came out and it is beaten
beat it like a dead horse.
Squid Game and like all this
stuff. I thought it says beaten like a dead horse because it's just been everywhere.
Yeah. Or a dead deer.
And,
yeah.
The new Jeffrey Dahmer movie with whatever.
Well, it's not a movie, it's a series.
It's a series, thank you. Which is again beaten everything else. Because
people are so interested in it. Yeah.
No one thought of it, but like around school, I don't even know if it was around school, but especially like around his property, Jeffrey Dahmer was very intrigued of roadkill, no one thought of it. No one like came to think.
There was a movie.
You're gonna eat people.
It's called I think it's called My Friend Dahmer. It's about him when he was in high school and about some of the kids.
I've seen that.
So
I've seen that
I haven't
film.
seen it, but it's about them like noticing things and things like that.
Very good. I recommend it.
Interesting.
I think it has Ross Lynch.
I've also
in it, right?
seen the. It does. Yeah. I also seen the Ted Bundy film with Zac Efron.
That was weird. The title's really long. I've seen that too. Yeah,
it was weird seeing Zac Efron, who everyone knows, High School Musical.
Did all these people in their, I don't want to say in their prime, before they went hardcore killing people, were they all abusing and killing animals?
Most, some.
I wouldn't say all.
Dahmer was.
Not all. Some have either had fascinations again of roadkill. Some, I know, like, I don't remember, like, some people that have pets purposely abuse their pets or, like, kill animals. It's just, it
so
depends.
My thing is that watching television and learning about the past is fascinating. What gives me chills is that I saw that head today.
Oh.
Which means if we're experiencing someone in those steps, someone nearby is killing animals
and not for the purpose that that's meant
probably
to be.
Not for the purpose, because again, going back to before, we look at those tendencies and those habits that serial killers and people with like antisocial personality disorder, they show these. I
believe
types of
that's
symptoms.
a diagnosis that has that, but
it's usually one of them. And my thing is that going back to before, if you roadkill an animal, you don't usually cut the head off and leave the head. And you especially don't leave it in the middle of the road.
It was in the middle of the road?
It was in the middle of the lane.
Now, was it laying there or was it, like, up?
It wasn't up. It was laying there.
Okay, still.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of screams to me, I'm going to leave this so you know I was here. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would... If you're going to kill an animal, you're going to take the head off. You're going to leave it on the side of the road. If you're trying to send a statement or a message or something, or you're trying to leave a mark... You would leave it in the middle of the road where everybody driving by is going to see it.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Didn't make me very comfortable, which kind of wraps back up to we really need to make sure that we're looking out for one another as people, and if there's something that's concerning, we need
Yeah.
to express
That's-
it and address it to make
that's a
sure
good-
that
that's a
other
good
people are
segue.
safe.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good
So-
segue into that because it's like, pay attention to things.
Yeah. So,
People, things, yeah.
all right, everybody in Ohio, Deerless Heads. I don't know where the body went. Keep a lookout, and yeah.
Don't you wait? You said deerless heads. Don't you mean
Yeah,
headless deers?
Well, no.
No,
a
'cause
headless
the-
deer
'cause
would
the
imply there's
head's
a
there, the
body
body's
and there's
missing.
no
Yeah.
head. But if it's a deerless head,
Yeah,
there's
I
no
gotcha.
deer.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
But
the head.
when you guys were talking about Ohio is weird, and I've lived in Ohio my whole life, so I guess I don't see it as much as you guys do.
Well,
But
I
Illinois
also-
is weird too, because I've been there quite a few times, and I'm like,
Illinois is-
there's some weird crap here too.
Well,
some-
I want to point out that this is going up to my internship site, which is a small town in the middle of bum diddly nowhere.
close to the lake though, where a lot of retirees live and
Right,
stuff.
and
so.
my thing is that it wasn't near any town. It was
Oh,
between.
it was in BFE.
Yeah, there was a house not too far from the head that I had to swerve, but that, I don't know. So, I don't know. Just, in terms of public safety and whatnot, keep a lookout. Whenever you see signs for something, just kind of talk to somebody, let them know, hey, I'm a little bit concerned about
So
this person.
how you said
safety
that
checks.
Ohio is you've lived in Ohio your whole life and all that. The hurricane even avoided Ohio.
No, it didn't. We got the winds.
The winds, but we didn't get any of the.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what?
it's because we're 700 miles away from the ocean.
We got
Of
rain.
course we're... Ooh.
I'm
That's
rain
not
from
a
the
hurricane,
hurricane.
I'm
that's
thankful
storms.
though. I'm thankful though. Maybe there are
Yeah.
other things at work. I don't know. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that, but yeah.
Alrighty, well, that concludes today's episode of Let's Unpack That. Thanks so much for joining in with us. Yay!
What?
Okay, bye now.